Hi digital artists! In today's video, I'm going to introduce the directions for the Meret Oppenheim inspired textured cup. Let's take a look at her artwork first. This is the Museum of Modern Art's website, and we can see her artwork up close. About 90 years ago, Meret Oppenheim created this artwork. It is a cup, a plate, and a spoon covered in a collage style with animal fur. This is not something that you would be comfortable using for your drink or your lunch. The texture of the fur is unusual. It's also unexpected. And that's why her artwork is considered a surrealist style artwork. She titled her artwork Object. Another art critic titled her artwork Déjeuner en fur, which is the lunch in fur. And this is something that might repel the tongue. So your tongue would not want to lick this spoon. Your tongue or your lips would not want to go on the edge of this cup. That fur texture would be considered disgusting with your food. If you found a piece of hair in your food, you'd be grossed out. So who wants to serve their food on fur-covered plates, spoons, and cups? That just seems surreal and unnatural. So you could go and see this at the Museum of Modern Art in New York if you go to take a trip there. But we're going to make our own textured cup. And I have some images for you to work from on the left. If you don't like the images of textured fur that I've put into our Google Drawing, you could use Insert, Image, search the web, and type in tiger fur texture and find an image that you like with a different fur texture. I like this one, so I'm going to insert it, and I might get an error message, so I'm going to try another one. Insert image, search the web, and I like this tiger fur texture, so I'll try this one next. Let's see if it will let me. Actually, let's try this one too. I'll pick these two and insert it to see what I get. I need to click the word insert at the bottom of the screen. Here we go. They all loaded, so I'm going to make these a little bit smaller so I can add them to my word bank of pictures. So I'm going to put this one over here, put this one over here, because I've kind of got this little word bank of pictures going on. So I have some different tiger fur textures. I'm actually going to duplicate one of these textures, this one. Now you're probably thinking, how am I going to make this look like a cup? It is a rectangle. In the toolbar, we are going to choose Mask Image. We have to click on the arrow down for Mask Image. Then we can choose a shape. So for my cup, I'm going to choose a shape. And then I can rotate my cup. And this can be the shape of my cup. You could try a different shape. I also need the other side of my cup. So I'll pick another fur texture. I'll choose this one. And I'll repeat the process. Mask image, shapes, circle. And then I can stretch this out and use the texture of that image, that fur picture, to make the inside of my cup. Then I'll choose another image. I'll choose this one. And I can make the handle of my cup. I can choose a shape like the crescent Or maybe I'll choose the arrow looping, and then I can stretch it out. I can also play with the yellow diamonds to edit my shape. So now I have a handle for my cup. I can use Control down arrow key to change the layering. So I moved that one behind. After we make our cup, we can make our saucer or our plate. So I'm going to choose shapes. And you can choose really any shape that you'd like for this. I'm going to choose the cylinder. And the same thing, I can change how thick or thin my plate could be. And then use Control down arrow key to put it behind. And then I can play with my spacing. Or I could decide I don't like this shape. I could choose a new shape. Oops. Make sure I click Mask Image, Shapes, and I could try a different shape. So I could choose a different shape for my plate. And then I need to make my spoon. So then I can choose a different image, and I can make my spoon using the oval shape. And I could use another piece and make a squared oval for the handle. Rotate that on a little bit of an angle, move this one on top so it looks like the handle. Now, if we go back to the artwork and we look at how it is on the table, it's on a flat colored surface, but there's a shadow effect. So we can create a shadowed effect to our artwork. I'll select everything. I'll choose Format Options, Drop Shadow, and I can give everything a shadow. I want my shadow to be dark. And this is going to change the angle. So maybe I want my shadow to the right. This one is going to change how far away it is. And this one will change how blurry our shadow is. If I don't want something to have the shadow, like I don't think the shadow should be on top of the cup, I can turn the drop shadow off for just one part of my picture. If I notice my shadow's kind of going off the page, I might want to make my picture bigger or move my pictures up into the top left corner of the composition. If you're having a glitch like my computer is having right now, I'm going to refresh the page so that things can reload, and now it doesn't look a little bit how it did before. Because I want my spoon and the handle of the spoon to be together. I'll arrange them as a group, and then I can rotate them together. Then I can right click, and I can choose background, and I can pick a color, like a gray. I can crop my composition a little bit closer. And then I can use Insert, Word Art to sign my name and the school year. I can change the font. I can change the color. I can turn off the border or choose a different color for the border. I can make my name smaller. And then I'm ready to write my artist statement. And I'm ready to put this artwork in my digital art portfolio by clicking File, Download, JPEG. The last thing I want to show you that we could do is add a color effect to our pictures. So we can go back to Format Options and choose Recolor. And we can choose to recolor our photos that we have. So we can make our picture red, orange, blue, sepia tone, in the inverse, a negative. All different choices to edit the colors of our photo. So we could use this setting, or we can leave it the natural colors of the images that we were able to find. I can't wait to see what your artwork will look like when it's done.